Good morning, everyone. Today we will start to discuss about the advantages of per unit system. So, why per unit system is required in the power system analysis? Okay. So, there are so many advantages of per system, per unit systems are there. So, for example, in last class we have proved that the per unit impedances of the transformers are equal. Okay, so it is easier for the calculation purpose if both the per unit impedances, that is percent per unit Z01 is equal to per unit Z02, that is Z equivalent 1 or equal to Z equivalent 2, that is equal. Okay, this is the one of the advantage while calculating in transformer. Okay, and next is the method of connection. Okay, in transformer with star star and delta. There are so many connections are there. Suppose if you are working on the calculation on absolute system, so absolute system, that is SI unit you are using, that is the voltage and current and power and all those things. So while choosing the connection, transformer connection, star star delta like that, so in absolute system we need to convert divided by root 3 or multiplied by root 3, because we are converting star to delta or delta to star. Okay, those calculations are there, but in case of per unit system, no need to conversion is required in star to star and star to delta and all those. Directly you can choose the values that is produced in the per unit system. That is per unit system, it is just like a number. It is a 1.02 per unit or 0.9 per unit. Okay, so it is, the unit is in terms of per unit. So there is no voltage, there is no current, there is volts, not like that. Okay, so therefore we can easily directly we can take the values in the per unit system. This is the one of the advantage. No need to conversion is required. Start delta and all those. Okay, so and third one is the manufacturers are usually specifying the impedances are in per unit value. Okay, in the nameplate details of the machines, okay, motor or a transformer or generator, whatever it may be. So the impedances are specified in per unit system by the manufacturer. So we can directly take that per unit system referred in the, or sometimes they are represented in percentage, either percentage or per unit, both are same. So 0.6 per unit means multiplied by 100, that is 60%. So like that. Okay, so that is per unit system, that is specified by the manufacturer in the nameplate details. Okay, so that is also in terms of per unit system. And next is the machines, the absolute ohmic values of impedances may differ. Okay, in some ohmic values may differ in some cases, but in per unit system you can exactly get the values. So exactly it will be same. Okay, so that is one of the advantage in the per unit system. And typical tools like circuit analysis, while doing circuit analysis like Kirchhoff laws, KVL and KCL, Thevenin theorem and all those things. At that time, okay, so we can directly take the circuit components. So it may be in terms of per unit system rather than the ohmic value. Okay, so this is easier in the per unit system in calculating the circuit analysis. And last one is simulating study. So for computer simulating study, we have to simulation that can be done in the MATLAB or C programming or some other simulating software. So at that time of steady and transient analysis. So what is steady analysis? Steady state and transient. So that can be comes in the as in previous subjects, or you can also you have studied network analysis, steady state analysis, transient analysis. Again, it will be repeating in control system and also in this subject. Okay, so in that case, what is steady system or transient of the models? While doing, the computer is easy to handle the power unit system. Instead of absolute values, it is very easier to handling the per unit system by the simulation by the computer. So these are the advantages of per unit system. So hence in power system analysis, so it will be used the per unit system instead of the absolute system. Okay, so these are the advantages. So examination point of view, this one question is there. What are the advantages of per unit system? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt regarding this? Anybody? No? All of you note down these things. These are important. Can I clear the board? So while doing in per unit system impedance and reactance diagram, so we have equation for converting the kV base on HT side that can be calculated. HT section is equal to kV base on LT section into peak voltage rating by LT. While doing problem, these are important equations. Note down these things. So while calculating the base kV on the HT side, that is the high tension side of the transformer or transmission line, so that can be calculated by kV base on LT section multiplied by HT by LT voltage. Okay, so LT voltage rating and LT section voltage rating sometimes may be equal or sometimes not equal. Okay, so it is depending upon the machine. So this is the section kV base on LT section is suppose generator voltage rating. Suppose generator voltage rating is 13.2 kV and HT rating is suppose 66 kV and LT voltage rating it is almost equal 13.2 kV or sometimes it does not equal. It may vary. So instead of 13.2 it may 13.8 kV. So at that time, so these two are different. In some cases, in almost all cases, these two are equal. Okay, in almost all cases, these two LT section, LT voltage rating, both are equal. But this is LT voltage rating is depending upon the bus bar rating. Is it clear? This is bus bar rating. This is machine rating. Sometimes both are equal, sometimes may not be equal. Okay. The next one is kV base on LT section is equal to kV base on HT section multiplied by LT voltage rating by HT voltage rating. LT voltage rating by HT voltage rating. These two uh, formulas are very important. And similarly, X per unit of transmission line that can be calculated by X in terms of ohm into MVA base divided by kV square. You know this one, right? We already done some problems on this. So this is our problem. And X per unit nu is equal to X per unit volt into MVA base nu divided by MVA base volt into kV square base volt by kV square base nu. So these are the important formulas are representing in the doing some problems. So these are very important. So you must know these important formulas while doing the calculation. Is it clear? Shall we move to the problem?
Sir, voice is not audible.
Now,
Yes, sir. Now it's okay, sir.
so okay, this is complete. I have taken these things.
Yes, sir.
Take one problem on this. Draw the reactance diagram. Draw the reactance diagram of the system draw the reactance diagram of the system shown in figure. The ratings of the components are the ratings of the components are generator G is equal to 15 MVA, 6.6 kV, X double dash, that is the reactance, 12%. Transformer 1, 20 MVA, 6.6 kV or 56 kV, 6.6 kV or 66 kV, X double dash, the X is 8%. Transformer 2, again 20 MVA, so 66 kV bar 6.6 kV. X is again 8%. And motors M1 and M2 produce 5 MVA, 6.6 kV bar 6.6 kV. hold on. So note down the problem. So take the diagram. Generator, power connection. So transformer 1, delta connected and star connected. Ground. XPL, it is given J60O. Transformer 2, star connection and delta connection. Motor 1 and motor 2, star star, and star. So note down these things. So in this problem, we need to calculate the reactance values and reactance diagram. Okay, the single line diagram is given. We need to draw reactance diagram. So for that purpose, what are the reactances of the individual machines? What is the reactance of the generator per unit reactance? What is the per unit reactance of the transformer 1 and transformer 2? Per unit reactance of the transmission line? Per unit reactance of the motor 1 and motor 2. So we need to calculate all the per unit reactance of all the machines, and then we need to draw the reactance diagram of the system corresponding to the single line diagram. Is it clear? So how to calculate this one? First we need to find out what are the base values. Okay, so consider generator value is the base value 15 MVA, right? So base power. Similarly, voltage is 6.6 kV. Suppose he is not given any base value, means you can choose the base value. Okay, so base value for the LT side, similarly base value for the HT side. Are you following?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now, so base power is given as MVA base 15 MVA and base voltage on generator KV base is equal to 6.6 kV. So these two are chosen as base value. Okay, on the generator side. On the generator side. So now, base voltage of different section it will be varied. Okay, so we have written base voltage on generator section. Okay, generator section 15 MVA is given, 6.6 kV is given. We have to choose the same rating. But in base voltage on the transmission line and transformer section, it is depending upon the voltage ratio of the transformer. Okay, what is the voltage ratio here? 6.6 kV, here 66 kV step up transformer, and this one is step down transformer. Okay, so this is step up transformer. Okay, you may write here this is 15 MVA, 6.6 kV. Okay, here same base 6.6 kV, but here 66 kV. That is the transformer rating, and X value is also given. 12% means 0.12 ohm. So this one is X is equal to 8% means 0.08 ohm. So transmission line value is already given. XTL is equal to J60 ohm. So take in terms of J. Here, what is the voltage rating of transmission line? So here, secondary side is 66 is there means, so this is also 66 kV. So coming to the transformer to primary, so primary side here is also 66 kV, here 66 kV. But what is the secondary side of the transformer? 6.6 kV. So write 6.6 kV. So what is the transformer to impedance reactance rating? 8%, 0.08 ohm, J 0.08 ohm. That's it. Okay. So coming to the motor side, so motor 1 and motor 2 both are 5 MVA. This is also 5 MVA. This is also 5 MVA. Okay, both are 6.6 kV. So this section 6.6 is there. The same is connected to the motor. So it is also 6.6 kV. This is also 6.6 kV. And what is reactance? 20%. J 0.20 ohm. This is J 0.20 ohm. Write down all these things. Okay. And we need to calculate base voltage on transmission line and base voltage on motor side. Okay, so because generator side we have calculated base power and base voltage 15 MVA and 6.6 kV. Okay, so now we need to calculate base voltage on transmission line, also base voltage on motor side. How to calculate base voltage on these sides? So for generator side, the base values, generator side, we have chosen 15 MVA and 6.6 kV. So now we have to choose the base values on transmission line. So what is the base values of transmission line base voltage? So base voltage is equal to 6.6 kV into 66 divided by 6.6 kV. So how to calculate base voltage on HT side? This is high tension side. Base voltage on HT side is equal to LT section rating multiplied by HT section divided by LT section voltage rating by LT voltage rating. Correct? LT section rating 6.6 kV. HT is 66 kV. LT voltage rating is again 6.6 kV. So what is the value? 6.6, 6.6 get cancelled. Remaining is 66 kV. So almost all base value of the transmission line will be same as 66 kV. So this is the base kV base, and generator the power rating will be same. Power rating of 15 MVA is common for all the machine in all the section. Base MVA is common for all the section, but voltage rating will be differed for individual section. For generator section it is 6.6 kV. For transmission line section it is 66 kV, and for motor side, the motor M1 and M2, we need to use the base values. So now calculate base voltage on LT section. Okay, so what is LT section? Same HT section into LT by HT. HT section into LT by HT. This can cancel, remaining will be LT1. So what is HT? 66 kV into LT is 6.6 kV and HT is 66 kV. 66 get cancelled, 6.6 kV is remaining. So for motor M1 and M2, kV base is equal to 6.6 kV. Now it is clear? Now it is clear. For generator base values chosen. Similarly, transmission line base values are chosen, and motor section base values are also chosen. Right? Now we need to calculate reactance of all the sections. Per unit reactance of all the sections. Reactance of generator. Reactance of generator. G. So Xg nu is equal to Xg volt into MVA nu by MVA volt into kV square base volt by kV square base volt. Calculate Xg nu. Next we need to calculate in terms of per unit. Just you have to write for reactance diagram, not in per unit. So it is in terms of J. Okay. What is Xg nu? So Xg volt of generator is how much it is? J.12. Okay. J.12. J.12. What is MVA nu for generator? So it is same. MVA nu for generator is 15 MVA. MVA volt is also same. So 15 MVA. MVA volt is also 15 MVA. KV base volt, KV base nu both are same. So write 6.6 divided by 6.6 square. Okay. So whenever the base value and actual value both are same, and the reactance will remain same as it is. Reactance will be remain same as it is. So Xg nu is also equal to Xg volt. Xg nu is also equal to Xg volt. So this is equal to J.12 ohm only. This value remains same for reactance of generator. Now calculate reactance of transformer T1. Reactance of transformer T1. That is equal to XT1 new is equal to XT1 volt into same formula, remaining formula. Okay. What is XT1 volt of transformer? Chandana. XT1 volt of transformer. How much it is?
Say 0.08.
J 0.08. What is MVA base new for transformer? MVA base new for transformer. And volt is given. What is the volt? This is 20 MVA. This is also 20 MVA. What is MVA new for transformer? Chandana. What is
So
MVA?
15
What
MV.
is MVA volt for transformer? MVA base new and MVA base volt. Correct. Yes.
So old 20 MVA.
Old is 20 MVA. Okay. New is so 15 MVA is common base power for all the machines. I have told initially, right? So this
Sir.
is the new base value we have chosen for all the section, but voltage we cannot choose directly. Okay, so it is only one voltage, that is the base voltage. So in the transformer section there are voltage ratios are there. We need to calculate the base voltage according to the formula. Okay, and also in motor section. So, but MVA base rating, whatever you have chosen, okay, if it is not given, you need to choose the base MVA according to that. Otherwise, in some problem, he will given the base MVA also. You have to do the calculation for according to the problem. So 15 MVA is the base value, new base value, common for all the machines. Okay. So now transformer new base MVA is how much? 15 MVA. This is 15. And what is kV base old and kV base new for transformer 1? Seema. Seema. Wasim.
Present, sir.
Okay. Tell me what is the kV base old and kV base new here in transformer 1. Rajini.
Sir, old 66 kV. Yes.
Old is
66 kV.
new is
6.6, sir.
no, not like that. It will be equal. So these are voltage ratios. Either you have to choose on HT section or LT section. Any one section. Suppose if you are calculating on HT section means HT section base kV is 56. This is the new value you have calculated. Old value is also 66. Correct? So this is transmission line is 66. In transformer side, either 6.6 or 66. Suppose if you are calculating on LT side, you can choose this is both are 6.6 and 6.6. Okay, or LT side, HT side means both are 66. Any can you can choose either primary side or secondary side. Okay. The primary side ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ 6.6 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ ಸೈಡ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ 66 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ತಗೋಬಹುದು ಓಕೆ 56 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಬೈ 66 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ should not be changed 66 by 6.6 ಆಗಲ್ಲ LT and HT don't combine either you are doing on HT means both base values you have to take on HT side only we are doing on LT side means both the base values are taken on LT side only. Is it clear? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What is XT1 new? Calculate it. This get cancelled.
J.06.
Huh?
0.06
J.06.
0.096.
Formula.
0.06.
Control is also per unit, not ohm. So we are converting ohm to per unit. 0.06 per unit. Now calculate reactance on transmission line. For transformer only we are doing like this. For transmission line we are not considering MVA old, MVA new, KV old, KV new, not like that. For transmission line 60 ohm is given. So directly choose which formula? X per unit is equal to X ohm into MVA base by KV base. Now do it on reactance of transmission line. X per unit is equal to X in terms of ohm into MVA base by KV base square. Okay. So what is X ohm? J60 is given for transmission line. J60 multiplied by MVA for transmission line. 15 MVA common. KV square for transmission line. What's the base voltage? 66. 66 square. So calculate X per unit for transmission line.
0.20i.
0. J.2.
0.06.
J 0.20i.
207.
068.
206, sir.
69 is here. Okay.
66. Double.
You can either
0.2066, sir.
206 or 207. More than 0.5, I take up 207 per unit. Similarly, calculate for reactance on transformer 2. Are you doing reactance of transformer 2? Reactance of transformer 2. How are you going to calculate reactance of transformer 2? Again, X per unit is equal to or XT2 new X P1 P2 old MVA 2 MVA base new by MVA base old KV square base old by KV square base new. For transformer 2, Hema, what is XT2 volt? XT2 volt,
J.08, sir.
J.03. And what is MVA base new for transformer 2? Hema, continue.
20, sir.
20 is old or new?
20 MVA, sir.
It is old or new?
Old.
Old MVA or
Old,
new
sir.
MVA? Old. New MVA is? New MVA is
0.6.
15. This is new MVA. And KV base, either you can take HT side or LT side. If you take HT side, both are 66 square. If you take LT side, both are 6.6 square. Okay. So in transformer, you can use either HT side or LT side. Is it clear? So what is the value? HT2 new
J.06.
J 0.
J.06.
J 0.06. So both are identical transformer. So always the X per unit will be equal only. So whatever we have calculated here, this is 0.08, this is also 0.08. Obviously you will get 0.06 in both the transformer. So you cannot repeat both things. Either you can do both are at one time also. So remaining is motor. Motor M1 and M2. Reactance of motor M1 and M2. So both the motors having equal rating. So directly combining together we can do this one. That is XM1 new and XM1 XM2 new is equal to how much? For motor 1 and motor 2. Vismaya,
Yes, sir.
tell this. What is XM volt for motor?
J 0.20 ohm.
J 0.20. And MVA base new for motor
15 MVA.
okay. MVA base volt
5 MVA.
5 MVA and KV base volt and KV base new
6.6
for motor
kV.
how much?
6.6 kV.
New
Same, sir.
how much? Calculate this one. XM1 and XM2
0.06 I.
Now we need to draw the reactance diagram for this. Okay. So you got all the values, all the per unit reactance of generator calculated, transformer calculated, both T1 and T2 calculated. Similarly, transmission line TL is also calculated, and motor 1 and motor 2 is calculated. Right? Now draw the reactance diagram for this. How we will represent the reactance diagram for generator? Voltage source in series with the reactance, right? Voltage source in series with the reactance. Voltage source, positive and negative. So this is represented by EG in series with reactance. So what is the generator reactance X per unit? Like G1 per unit. How much you got for generator per unit? You have calculated first one. It is same 0.12 per unit, right? Calculated and given both are equal. Whenever you have calculated for generator, the base values are equal. Automatically, per unit value is also equal. Actual value by base value per unit means actual value is equal to per unit value means. So it will answer is remaining as old one itself. Is it correct? Bhagyashri,
Yes, sir.
what is Xg per unit? Are you following or not?
Yes, sir.
Now, what is the value of Xg per unit for generator? You have calculated. Check it. How much it is?
0.12.
Per unit, right? 0.12 per unit. So generator is over now. Now we need to next come to the transformer 1. How transformer is represented in reactance diagram? Only by one coil. This is T1. What is the value of T1?
J 0.06.
J 0. What?
0.06, sir.
0.06. Or you can represent J.12 or J.06. Okay. You can represent both either per unit or in terms of J. Right? Next. Transmission line. What is the value of transmission line calculated?
J 0.207, sir.
J 0.207. Next, transformer 2. Transformer 2 is equal to the transformer 1, right? 0.06 per J 0.06. Come to the motor. Both motors are connected in parallel, right? How you represent the motor? Voltage source in series with a reactance. Positive, negative, positive, negative. This is EM1, CBM2. What is XM1 and XM2? Both are equal. How much? XM1
J
and
0.6 sir.
J
0.6.
0.6 per one. So all are per unit volume. J 0.12 per unit. J 0.16 per unit. All are represented with J only. Okay, not direct. Is it clear? So similar problem in the next class. So answer to the attendance. So any doubt regarding today's problem? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ಹೇಳಿ
Yes, sir.
ಸುಮಾ
Yes, sir.
any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No. Answer to the attendance. So 421. Who is this? ಪ್ರಜ್ವಲ್
ಹ್ಞೂ ಸರ್
ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತೇನಪ್ಪ?
ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು ಸರ್.
ಅಲ್ತಾಫ್,
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
ಅರವಿಂದ್,
Present, sir.
ಸೀಮಾ,
Present, sir.
ಯಾಕಮ್ಮ ಆವಾಗಲೇ ಮಾತಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್, ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸಲ.
ಯಾಕೆ ಕೇಳಿಸಲ್ವಾ? ಈಗ ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿದ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ವಾ ಮತ್ತೆ?
ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಸರ್.
ಬಾಲಾಜಿ
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತೇನಪ್ಪ?
ಹಾಂ ಸರ್.
ಭಾಗ್ಯಶ್ರೀ,
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
ಚಂದನ,
Present, sir.
ಗೌಸ್ಪೇರ್
ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಸರ್.
ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತೇನಪ್ಪ?
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
ಹೇಮಾ,
ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಸರ್.
ಕೀರ್ತಿ,
Present, sir.
ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಸರ್.
ನಿಮಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತೇನಪ್ಪ ಲೋಕರಾಜ್?
ಹ್ಞೂ ಸರ್, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು ಸರ್.
ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು.
ಸರಿ ಸರ್.
ಹೇಳಿ. ಸಂಗೀತ
Present, sir.
ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ?
ಹಾಂ ಸರ್.
ಪಲ್ಲವಿ, ಪ್ರಿಯಾಂಕಾ, ಓಕೆ, ಪ್ರಿಯಾಂಕಾ,
ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಸರ್.
ರಾಜಾ ಹಟ್ಟಿ,
Present sir.
ರಾಜಶೇಖರ್,
ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್
ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್
ಸರ್.
ಸರ್.
ರಜನಿ,
Present, sir.
ಸಬಿಹಾ,
Present, sir.
ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತೇನಮ್ಮ?
Yes, sir.
ಸುಮಾ,
Present, sir.
ವಾಸಿಂ,
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
ವಿಸ್ಮಯ.
Present, sir.
ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಏನಮ್ಮ? ಏನೋ ಡೌಟ್ ಇಲ್ವಾ?
Clear.
ಎನಿಬಡಿ ಎಲ್ಸ್? ಅಟೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್. Okay, thank you one and all. Meet again. tomorrow. I think tomorrow I may take lab. Otherwise, I will alter to the someone. Okay. Thank you very much.
Sir.
ಹೇಳಿ.